Welcome to our breakfast news this Tuesday morning. This is Makojola Oluwatosin Esther. Here are the headlines. On our local news this morning, Lagos #NSAS panel awards 128.2 million naira to 24 question petitioners on a police parade kidnappers who killed Ogun 7-year-old and others. Students like lecturers victimized when Unilorin opted out of ASUU, says the Vice Chancellor. On our political news this morning, initiates reconciliation in Oyo APC group, urges Oyetola and others. Fashola orders expected as NGE conference begins on Thursday. On our business news this morning, it's dangerous to leak your SIM to another subscriber's NIN, says the NCC. On our sport news this morning, Chukwueze returns good news for Eagles, says Showroom. On our health news this morning, Nigeria's health system has opportunity to become global leader, says Oshibajo. On our foreign news this morning, more than 5 tons of cocaine was seized in Atlantic operations. And entertainment news this morning, parenting, not Squid Game, Oni celebrates daughter's 28th birthday. So full details coming up next. Lagos #NSAS panel awards 128.2 million naira to 24 petitioners. The Lagos State Judicial Panel on Restitution for Victims of Special Anti-Robbery Squad related abuses and other matters on Monday awarded 128.2 million naira as compensation to 24 petitioners. The panel also ended its sightings, which lasted for almost 12 months. Justice Doris Okwobi, retired, disclosed this at the Lagos Court of Arbitration in Lekki, adding that the panel would submit its report to the Lagos State government through the Ministry of Justice. Justice Doris Okwobi, retired, said the judicial panel has awarded 128.2 million naira as compensations to 24 petitioners who were victims of police brutality, as well as families of people killed by the Nigerian police, especially Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS. Based on the merits in the petitions of the 28 petitioners, they were awarded 10 million naira, 15.5 million naira, 2.5 million naira, 1 million naira, 700,000 naira, and 500,000 naira, respectively, based on the strength of their petitions. This panel will submit its findings and recommendations on Lekki shootings and Nigerian police-related abuses of the citizens to the Lagos State government. In line with the law setting of the judicial panel, the government will make its findings and recommendations available to members of the public. The 2 reports to be submitted by the panel to Lagos State government are on investigation on the October 20, 2020 Lekki toll gate shootings during the #NSAS protest, hijacked by hoodlums, and petition on several abuses and killings by the Nigerian police, especially the disbanded SARS. Justice Ukwobi further explained that the panel received a total of 255 petitions from members of the public, adding that 52 of these cases were not treated. The judicial panel, which stated its sightings in October 2020, received 255 petitions from members of the public, out of which 252 were considered for hearing, and the panel during its sightings were able to decide on 182 petitions, while 52 were not treated due to the time factors. The 52 petitions that were not treated will be included in the panel report for necessary advice and actions to be taken by the Lagos State government through the Ministry of Justice, she said. The lead counsel to the Lagos State government, Mr. Abiodun Owonikoko San, said the judicial panel has healed the wounds of many victims of police brutality and killings through the compensations awarded by the Justice Ukwobi-led panel. Apart from the compensations, the judicial panel, through its ruling, has also exonerated some victims from wrongdoings and defamation of character. And this is even bigger than the monetary compensations. Police parade kidnappers who killed Ogun 7-year-old and others. The Ogun State Police Command on Monday paraded 18 suspects for various crimes, including kidnapping, armed robbery, and murder. Among them were suspected kidnappers Mohammed Abubakar, 42, Clinton Niche, 18, who allegedly killed 7-year-old boy in Agbara in the Ado Ota local government area of the state. The Commissioner of Police, Lanre Bankole, who paraded the suspect at the state police headquarters at Eleweran, Abeokuta, said the suspects were arrested across the state. He also paraded 3 teenage robbers who allegedly killed a motorcycle rider and stole the motorcycle in the Ogere area of the state. On the duo that killed the 7-year-old boy, Bankole said the suspects were arrested while trying to collect a ransom from the parents of the boy. The CP also said one of the suspects, 25-year-old BC Omoniyi, on October 15 allegedly hacked a 50-year-old rival to death at the lover's house at Agilete in the Yawa State South local government area. Bankole expressed the command's commitment to get the state rid of crime and criminality. He said, "I want to assure the people of Ogun State that their safety will be guaranteed at all times. We are working to bring crime and criminality to barest minimum." The commissioner also urged the people of the state to expose the hoodlums that invaded the state congress held by the faction of the former state governor, Ibikunle Amosun, with guns. Some hoodlums believed to be members of Transport Union were said to have released some gunshots with a view to disrupting Amosun's faction congress at Ake's Place ground in Abeokuta. When asked if the police had arrested the perpetrators of the criminal act, the Commissioner of Police said, "We expect the public to give us information on what transpired. So many things have been flying that many people are injured, people are killed. But up till I am speaking with you, we have not yet recovered any dead body. However, we are receptive to information that will help us in our investigation." Student lecturers victimized when Unilori opted out of ASUU, says the Vice-Chancellor. Vice Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, Professor Sulaiman Abdul Karim, has said he has no regret allowing the university academic staff to rejoin the mainstream academic staff union of universities. Speaking on Monday at a press conference on the 36th convocation of the university, which would hold on the refusal of the Palia in the country of universities, hinting that a lot of lives were in the process imperiled and put in danger. He said that during the period, students that finished from the University of Ilorin were discriminated against by employers, while lecturers were not offered places in some institutions for sabbatical reasons. Abdul Karim said, "I will not regret it until I go to my grave, making peace among people." Over those 19 years that Unilorin did not join mainstream ASUU, if you know the number of lives that was imperiled or put in danger, you feel sorry for this university. I remember when I first became the VC, there was an occasion where somebody called me from University of Ibadan and said he was going to be lynched. It got to a point where our students were even being victimized when they went either for training or industrial attachment. The truth of the matter is that Unilorin was paying a huge price for not joining ASUU. The first 5 months of my tenure, I saw hell because ASUU had the power to delay our end allowance. I was involved in an air storm in aircraft. I almost lost my life twice because I was pursuing payment of our end allowance. Every door I opened in Abuja did not get any support. Instead, they were abusing me to go and join ASUU. Let me tell you the reality. Just 2 weeks ago, I was informed by National Universities Commission and the unions that the money I want to defend, over 700 million naira, was fought for by unions. On our political news this morning, initiate reconciliation in Oyo APC. A group urges Oyetola and says others. A group within the Osun State chapter of the All Progressive Congress called Opomulero Osun has urged Governor Adegboyega Oyetola and the newly elected state executives of APC to initiate genuine reconciliation within the party. The public relations officer of the group, Sunday Akere, said this in a statement in Osogbo on Monday. He said there was need for reconciliation with the current situation and called on concerned stakeholders to act without further delay. The group dismissed the purported parallel congress had held by the Osun Progressives, a faction within the party in the state, as a political jamboree. It, however, enjoined APC members that have grievances to explore dialogue in the general interest of the party. The statement read in part, "Now that the ESCO is in place, we will want the state governor, Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola, the elders, caucus, and the newly elected state executive committee to initiate genuine reconciliation with a view to uniting the party in the state ahead of the 2022 governorship election." Okomlero also enjoined all the party members with various grievances to explore dialogue in the general interest of the party and the development of the state. Meanwhile, Oyo APC's elder caucus in a letter to the governor, which was signed by its chairman, Shola Akinwumi, lauded the successful conduct of congresses of the party and attributed each free exercise to the administrative prowess of Governor Oyetola. Fashola orders expected as NGE conference begins on Thursday. The publisher of Premium Times, Dakpo Olorunyomi, editor-in-chief of Leadership newspaper, Azubike Ishenukewene, Minister of Works, Babatunde Fashola, and Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Malamele Kyari, Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Irabo, and other security chiefs have been scheduled to lead discussions at the 17th All Nigerians Editors Conference scheduled for Thursday in Abuja. Some state governors, including Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa Delta, Malam Nasiru El Rufai Kaduna, Alhaji Yaya Bello Kogi, Seyi Makinde Oyo, Alhaji Bello Matawale Samfara, Professor Bagana Zulum, and Chief David Umahi Ebonyi were also scheduled to be part of the conversation. A statement on Monday by the Nigerian Guild of Editors signed by its president, Mustafa Issa, and General Secretary Iyobosa Ogwariyen added that other governors expected at the event included Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu from Ondo, Adegboyega Oyetola Osun. It said the conference with the theme Media in Times of Crisis, Resolving Conflict, Achieving Consensus will bring together editors and media owners across the country, as well as their foreign colleagues, to discuss the security challenges in the country and agree on the solution to the raging strife. The statement added that over 300 editors and media owners from print, broadcast stations, and online newspapers have registered for this year's conference. On our business news this morning, it's dangerous to leak your SIM to another subscriber's NIN, says the NCC. The Nigerian Communications Commission has advised the telecommunications subscribers to allow their national identification numbers to be linked to another person's subscriber identity module cards. A statement quoted the NCC as disclosing this during the third run of its telecom consumer town hall heard on the radio. Speaking on the benefits of NIN SIM integration, the NCC Director, Consumer Affairs Bureau, Efosa Idehe, said on no account should the telecom consumer, however circumstanced, allow other person to register a SIM with another person's NIN. He said this advice was meant to protect the true owner of the NIN from any liabilities or negative consequences arising from the use of other person's SIM. He said if the person whose SIM is linked to your line uses their own SIM to commit crimes or any form of atrocities, it is easy to be traced to you, and then you will be dealt with because of the SIM is linked to your NIN. During the radio program, the NCC further stressed that the deadline of NIN SIM integration remains October 31, 2021. On our sport news this morning, Chukwueze returns. Good news for Ugu Eagles, says Shoromu. Ex-Super Eagles goalkeeper Ike Shoromu has described the return of Villarreal forward Samuel Chukwueze as good news for the national team. The Nigerian international has been out of action since May 6, when he was injured in his club's Europa League semi-final tie at Arsenal, but made a return to the Yellow Submarines clash against Mark Loka last weekend. The injury eventually ruled him out of the final against Manchester United. He has also been absent from the Eagles' 2022 World Cup qualifiers. Chukwueze has also been forced to miss the Yellow Submarines' 6 opening La Liga matches and their Group FC Champions League games. Shoromu said the forward's return was good news for the national team. He said having Chukwueze return from 5 months injury is good because we know his quality and what he has brought to this team. Chukwueze is a good player and his return is good for the Super Eagles. The team will be happy to have him back. There is no denying the fact that he is a player with a lot of quality. On our health news this morning, Nigeria's health system has opportunity to become global leader, says Oshibaju. Vice President Yemi Oshibaju has said that Nigeria's health system has the opportunity to become a global leader. Speaking on the international conference on health access beyond COVID-19 in Abuja on Monday, Osinbajo said Nigeria must take its destiny in its hands, build local capacities that will ensure health access to the people, and take advantage of the opportunity to become a leading nation in healthcare. In a statement signed by his spokesman Laolu Akande, the VP stated that one of the eyes openers from the COVID-19 pandemic was that despite infrastructural weaknesses, the country had a robust and experienced public health system. According to him, the health sector of the country has some of the best personnel in the world and huge opportunities for becoming a leading nation in healthcare. Buttressing his point on building local capacity, Osinbajo said every nation is on our own in a global pandemic, and our vaccine-rich nations at some point even ban exports in order to meet local needs. It is clear that we must take our destiny in our own hands, and there is great potential. The healthcare system of our dreams is ahead of us. We know what we want and what is possible. We have the men and women with the required expertise. What we need is more diligence and focused management. Only recently, the president established the Healthcare Reform Committee, which I have the privilege of chairing. That may be, well, at least one of the vehicles for ensuring that we are able to get some of our dreams come true. On our foreign news this morning, more than 5 tons of cocaine was seized in Atlantic operation. An international police operation has seized 5.2 metric tons, 5.73 short tons of cocaine, with a street value of around 200 million euros on a yacht in the Atlantic Ocean. Lisbon, Portugal, an international police operation has seized 5.2 metric tons, 5.73 short tons of cocaine with a street value estimated at around 200 million euros, that is $232 million, on a yacht in the Atlantic Ocean. Authorities said this on Monday. Portuguese police said the shipment was one of the largest hauls in Europe in recent years and the biggest in Portugal for the past 15 years. Police, backed by Portuguese Navy and Air Force units, located and intercepted a 24-meter, 79-foot yacht at sea. A statement said they boarded it and found 183 bales of cocaine on board. Police suspect the cocaine belonged to an international drug trafficking gang that was bringing cocaine into Europe through the Iberian Peninsula. 3 men were arrested and taken to Portugal. The operation involved police from Portugal, Spain, and the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration and the United Kingdom's National Crime Agency. Authorities said they will release further details of the operation later in the week. On our entertainment news this morning, parenting not Squid Game as Ooni Ife celebrates his daughter's 20th birthday. The Ooni of Ife, Ooni Adeyeye Enitan Ogusi, has shared his experience as a parent while celebrating his daughter Adeola on her 20th birthday. The Ooni, who stated that parenting was not to be compared with a game of Squid, revealed that he had his fair share of the challenges associated with parenting as he became a father at the age of 19. Talking to his verified Instagram page, the Ooni wrote, "Parenting can be a big dream with unique challenges. It is never a game of Squid. I have had my share of its beauty as a young father who was blessed with the most precious daughter at the age of 19. It was a huge responsibility for me, and I relied on a leap of faith and determination. The journey with my daughter, Princess Adeola, was incredibly filled with uncertainty as a young father. Nonetheless, I guarded my heart with all diligence and guarded my loins for all the challenges." Reminiscing the past, the Ooni revealed that having a child at a young age made him live through pockets of circumstances that called his integrity and competence to questioning. He said, "I equally realized that being a single parent to a daughter in an unfamiliar footprint can be a major shift in human experience and a daunting journey as you need to help your child to navigate day-to-day social situations, complex feelings, and developmental change that life prescribes. Profoundly, life taught me to exhibit an abundance measure of resilience, compassion, determination, and above all, empathy, which my daughter sought from me." The Ooni, who described his daughter as his closest friend and great confidant, further revealed that he and his daughter formed an unbroken bond. He added, "She is and will always be a huge blessing to me and life's successes. I celebrate you, Princess Adeola Ogunwusi, for being the epitome of my strength and dignity. Your tenacity, doggedness, and unshakable optimism to be the best in life are unarguably lifelong lessons that I cherish in you. And that'll be that on our breakfast news. We'll be right back, so do stay with us. Welcome back. We're still on our breakfast news live here from AYOGEN online television. On a highlight of our news this morning, Lagos #EndSARS panel awards 128.2 million naira to 24 petitioners. Police parade kidnappers who killed Ogun 7-year-old and others. Student lecturers victimized when Unilorin opted out of ASUU, says the Vice Chancellor. On our political news this morning, initiates reconciliation in Oyo APC group, urges Oyetola and others. Fashola orders expected as NGE conference begins on Thursday. On our business news this morning, it is dangerous to link your SIM to another subscriber's NRN, says the NCC. On our sport news this morning, Chukwueze returns good news for Eagles, Shorimu says. On our health news this morning, Nigeria's health system has opportunity to become global leader, says Oshibajo, the vice president. On our foreign news this morning, more than 5 tons of cocaine seized in Atlantic operation. On our entertainment news this morning, parenting not Squid Game, says Oyo of Ife as he celebrates his daughter's Adeola on her 28th birthday. And that will be that on our breakfast news this morning. Thanks for watching. I am Makonjola Oluwatosinesta. Do follow us on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Subscribe and click the bell notification button anytime we are on this particular section of our breakfast news. Do have a great day and have a very beautiful day.
I want to tell you my story. Listen attentively, no be small thing. Oja kiroti ni gbanyo. Taman lo suku, tiko so work, but to sonye. Baba mi gbiyanju gidi gan, yeye mi gbiyanju gidi gan. Ọmọ tó ní bàbá ń wọlá, tó ní màmá ń wò lówó lọ́wọ́. Ẹ sọ fún pé ẹnu ẹ ló wà yẹn o, ẹnu ẹ ló wà o. Ó ń tọ́jú àgbárí tó fi jì sínú ó dá mi lójú bọ́mọdé bá rí o, afọ́dànù. Tèmi tọ́pẹ́ ó jọ pẹ́ lọ, jájí òvà oníbọ̀ rẹ̀. Títí ayé lèmi yóò máa jìyàn o, jájí òvà ó ṣeun. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ náà? Ọpẹ́ ló ṣẹlẹ̀.